from and where we are heading to. The issue is not all about them complaining most of the time. And let me tell you, in now the present society, the most irredeemable people, in fact, in the society are not women, are increasingly men due to some of the issues. We have few women in this country who rose from nothing. A very good example, Chelagat Mutai. We have Mata Karua, we have Charity Ngilu. These are people who joined the spaces of men. These are people, in fact, they have excelled in their lines of duty. So I'll encourage our female candidates to just gear up, let them gear up there, maybe they play, let them do everything to ensure they also join the spaces fully. But some of the challenges we face, especially as young aspirants, number one, I'll talk about the political parties, as I just said. By the way, who said that when you are from Luo Nyanza, you must just use ODM as a party to clinch that position? Mm-hmm. That you are from Rift Valley, you must be a UDA candidate. I think this promotes tribalism. It is time the young people to have that mindset of a national party. And if we cannot form a national party, of course, currently we cannot form that. That was only available in 2024. Today, these political parties, these politicians, people in government will bribe all these Gen Z parties to join them. Okay. So apart from the parties, we have a problem with resources, as she has just said. And like I said before, the Kenya's campaign is more of goons, is more of bribery. And once you don't have a resource, you cannot manage all this. Okay. After 2017 elections, a report was published by Netherlands Center for Multi-Party Democracy in partnership with Center for Multi-Party Democracy in Kenya. There are some of the areas like Nairobi, Kisumu, and Mombasa, where if you want to be an MP to run a successful campaign, you need not less than 50 million. Where am I going to get this? And when you have a look at how we divide this 50 million, a lion's share of this 50 million is about bribery. We have a mindset in the society that a good leader is someone who gives you money. And this is why, in fact, we complain about corruption. Okay. You don't expect somebody to use $500 million to be a governor in Nairobi, and you don't expect them to be corrupt. Okay. At the end of the day, when they give you that 500 shillings you want, that is the road you are consuming.
Okay. Thank you, Moses. And in a short while, I'll give you about 30 seconds each for your final comments, talking directly to Kenyan youth. But for you, I have a minute and a half just to comment on young aspirants.
Sure, friend. I can say that people vote their identity. And it is high time as young people we realize that we have an identity as young people, because what we are identified with is our young age. And if we are identified with as young age and we are identified to be energetic, and we say we are vigilant, alert and informed enough, then that identity, I think, must stick also to the ballot box. I think the most challenges that I encountered during my 2022 running as a member of parliament is now political financing, and of course now also social capital, because you have political capital and social capital. And the social capital now becomes with the people. You realize that there are people in the areas or rural areas who are key supporters of maybe the president or a political party. And as a young person, you might not be able, because I just came from the university, I was not able to build up such a kind of attire. And of course, I realized how significant it is to have such kind of people in your rural areas or in your polling station. Also now the political capital a young person only needs. I think if we really need to change also the political financing of this country, a young person must, of course, you only need your own logistical means to get to where the people are and also to facilitate your political team. And not necessarily for voter bribery, because where these people, they are actually trying to beat us, it's when it comes now to money used for voter bribery. And this is not money that has been budgeted for. This is money that have been corrupted from our systems, that have corrupted our system, that have rigged our system, and that have, of course, corrupted our system. Another challenge that the young people are also facing, even now, is also a unified or a formula structured political messaging. We do not have a unified political messaging, and that's why you'll find that, like the government, of course, it always have a unified political messaging, have a structured political messaging, and such kind of harmonized political messagings also built up the political issue that we are championing. As young people, personally, through the National People's Guard, we are championing against corruption, and also championing for the tea farmers, especially those that are coming from the east and west part of the country. And as young people, we have young people now in the teas, we have young people in the agriculture, and we cannot forfeit to, of course, participate fully in those sectors. Okay. Let us not just be seen in activism and, of course, in mandamanos as young people, but we have every and each sector that we need to speak to. Last time we had the Gen Zs or the young people in education who came to lamented that say that they are being treated as, you know, as not part of the professionals in teaching, and they needed to be recognized in the senior in the CBC, the senior school. So those people also, as they came to lament, it is up to us, the young people in politics, to champion for them, to advocate for them, so that they can be recognized and respected as professionals.
Because of time, allow me now to give you each about 30 seconds, because we are really out of time, just for your final comments. And this one, what we do usually for the youth perspective is ask you to talk to the youth directly. Just for 30 seconds. We start with you, James.
So far, we've not excelled a lot because we don't have a leader. It's about time we think about having a leader or a committee of leaders or a party or a group of parties that represent the young people. Secondly, the concluded by-elections are an indictment to the young people in that we did not show up to vote. So we need to ask ourselves if our political energy is just theater. We are good at hashtags and we are good at theme and at memes and TikTok posts. We must stop treating politics like a TikTok weekend challenge. We must organize ourselves, we must do civic education, we must show up to vote, and certainly we must stop treating politics like it's past time, and we must shift our mindset from activism into politics, because that's the missing gap.
Thank you so much, James. Ben, you go next.
I would encourage all the youth to vote for the youth, because I know we have a chance. For instance, if you look at presidents like Ibrahim Traore, look at Mali, Senegal, and other countries, those leaders are doing good for their countries. So I'm calling out all the youth to register as voters, to support their own, to drain the swamp, because right now we need new leadership, fresh leadership, a fresh mindset, innovation, integrity, etc. And also we have a political party that has more than 3,000 aspirants, and some of them are sitting here with us. And we are calling the youth to support the new parties that belong to the youth, not to follow only the predominant parties that were formed in the 1980s, and run with the youth, support the youth. Me, as the incoming governor of Nairobi County, Dr. Ben Gigi, I seek your support. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Ben. Lynette, you go next.
I believe we are the change for tomorrow. And Kenya is a beautiful country. May we rise to build this country to be a better country that everybody will be yearning to belong to. Thank you so much.
Virginia, thank you.
Langata incoming 2027. For youths, let us come out in numbers. We should not fear. We cannot all be in the political space, but I believe our voice and also our support for one another, it's a big change come 2027 to have our space and also negotiate on the table as we are on the table, not outside the table. Kindly take your vote, cast it on 2027. Your incoming MP, Langata constituency.
Thank you, Virginia. Moses?
Thank you very much. To my fellow young people, Malcolm X said, use the ballot to give yourself freedom, or they'll use bullet to give you freedom that you want. The same way they've been doing over the years. You, my fellow devoted citizens, you have a responsibility to change your destiny. You are the CEO of your life. Choose what to do. You have a responsibility. The Constitution gives you that political willpower of changing leadership in 2027. I wish you all the best as you choose leaders. Choose leaders of manifesto, not of property. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Nick?
One, I repeat, politics is war. And the victorious warriors win the war before fighting it. And the process of politics is not fair. Or you cannot, your enemy, in politics you don't wait for your enemy to be fair. Because Success belongs to those who are prepared and not naive.
Okay.
That's what I want to tell our young people. And finally, let me congratulate the very many people who are graduating today in our universities as they are coming to this regime of probable suffering. Let me first congratulate my very good friends, Joanne Kirigo and Commissioner Ian Mwangi, and wish them all the best.
Thank you. Finally, Castro.
Sure. Before I talk to my young people, and I would like to remind James that we have a presidential candidate. We do have one. Gen Zs have their own political candidate. They have their presidential candidate, and soon we shall be launching him. And anytime young people acted abnormally, things tend to act normally. And normalcy seems to the service. And I want to encourage young people that it is high time that we act abnormally, and we accept to act abnormally so that normalcy can have its path. And I want to encourage young people who are, of course, looking or are seeking these political seats. It is not an easy task, but it is something that we can be able to do it, and it is possible that we can win these seats. It is just a matter of persistent and consistent. It's a matter of talking to the people, speaking to the people, and not just talking and over-promising, but at this time, we do not actually need to promise so many things that we do not want to, we cannot achieve, but what we need to tell the people is what we need to restore our country. We need to dignify our country. We need to restore ethics. We need to restore, of course, restore our apparatus
because of time
and our security into this country. So young people, it is our time. And let us rise up. Time is nay.
Gakuna Njima Castro, political scientist and founder, National People's Guard. Nick Mwangi, SG Kenya Hadi Party. Lynette Moke, who's an aspirant for the Woodley Ward seat. Moses Nyanduga, who's a youth leader. James Mulamba, revolutionary. Virginia Wanjiru Gethenji, an aspirant for the Langata MP seat. And Ben Gige, an aspirant for the Nairobi governor's seat. Our panelists this morning on the Youth Perspective. Asanteni sana for your time at TV47.